What's up guys, Triple Cap here. If you saw my last video, you'll saw that it ended in a pretty tough little crash. That crash ended up mangling my frame a little bit. I had a little crack over by the top plate. And when I got it home, I plugged it up and it started smoking. So I unplugged it really quick, as quick as I could. Started looking around. And eventually I finally found, I mean it took a little looking because I couldn't find anything at first. Eventually I got to looking and I found that the wires from my receiver had gotten wedged up into one of the joints of the frame where the camera mount meets the top plate, and they were just kind of wedged up in there, and they were in a bind. They were like smushed together. As I got it apart and pulled loose, you could tell that they had been burned. They had been shorting out on each other. So I fixed that up, threw a little tape on them, and we're coming out here now after I got everything put back together and seemingly okay. We're gonna come out here and try it out. So that's where we're at now. We're about to plug it in and take off. Hopefully I don't take off and lose control and go to the moon. Hopefully it's a nice flight. Hopefully everything is just fine and everything is perfectly. Yesterday I wasn't sure if I was gonna fly today or if I was grounded for a while. We're gonna find out right now, so stay tuned. Balance plug came loose, got smacked around, I guess. Alright, well here's what happened. As I was flying around testing everything out, got a little low and into some branches, and when I hit them branches, for some reason the plug on the balance plug on my battery got shredded and all these wires came loose. I don't know how they came out of the connector all at the same time. The connector looks like it broke into pieces, so one thing after another. And of course when that happened, my receiver antenna got ripped off as well, so I'm having some bad luck, guys. But I've got it rigged up right now just so I can keep testing it, make sure everything's flying like it should, which it seems okay when I'm not doing something stupid. So I got it rigged up and we're gonna hook another battery up to it and give it a little flight around and see how it goes. What's the worst that could happen? Here we go. Other than some weird vibrations when I hit the throttle, it seems to be pretty normal. Everything seems to be okay. I'm not sure what those vibrations are though. Motors are kind of warm. I've got two motors that are warm, and those two motors are the ones that have that play in it. Alright, we're gonna put another pack. Alright guys, so that's a wrap. I wanted to take my GoPro off the drone so I can show you what I'm talking about again. As far as the motors that are getting warm, hopefully you can see this. Watch the vertical play here. Notice that? See the play in there? Tell me, is that normal? Because this one, there's a little bit of wiggly, but it doesn't lift. And this is the other motor that does it. And look at it, that's even worse. Is there a way to fix that? Is there a way to fix that without having to replace the motor? Anybody know? Let me know in the comments. Luckily, the good news is the quad still flies. Bad news is I've got some work to do. I gotta figure out why it's telling me the switch is on. I gotta figure out why I'm getting these oscillations when I hit the throttle, which I believe is the motors. So I'm gonna do some thinking. In the meantime, I'll probably still be flying it as it is until I fix or figure or do whatever I'm gonna do. Or it burns up and blows up in the sky. I'm not gonna stop flying. Alright guys, that's a wrap. I'm gonna pack it up and send it home. Caps out.